Now, you know I've been sick, so I wasn't going to rhyme, but even when you're under the weather, you still got to bring it clever. Under the weather, and I never say never. Here I go again, sick and injured. Don't you want to know? I am the indigenous one to the land. I've got a different plan. A new beginning's coming soon. Aries solar eclipse, man. But today on episode 321, hun, I'm getting it done. Of course I'm well hung, lyrically number one. That's what the EB, Jupiter and Aries, so easily motivated with the rhymes and the styles be. Speaking nothing to you but a real poetry. And after that, you know what's happening. Gun clapping and toe tapping and nah, none of that. I bring all the peace. Born in the east and not the middle, see. But Eric is in the middle of our nation, be America. AMA. I'm in the middle, so I make it okay. And Saturn and Aries, it's vicarious, kind of scariest, kind of hilarious. When you get frustrated, you gotta think and pause. Not menopause, stand for applause. Maybe get the gauze. Yeah, the cut was so deep, don't you know? Impulsive Aries actions on the day of Mars, bro. Blood dripping, flipping, and just seeing. Man, I didn't feel like a good human being, but these things happen. I was born in Manhattan. Don't you understand? I get to chit-chatting, love to debate, used to battle all the time. Battle rhymes, I would do it and I shine. And then I rise, and then I fall. On the microphone, I'm great for y'all. Sort of like Muhammad Ali, but I won't mumble. And I won't crumble or stumble. But adversaries, they will fumble all the realities. You don't really want to test this MC. Saturn and Aries restrictions, you know, and they have rheumatoid arthritis sometimes, bro. Listen, ladies, listen up, gents. I'm never hesitant. I love to represent. It's opening day, so I'm kind of like Bucky Dent, Yankee fan. I am that type of man. All the titles and chips, the lyrical miracle whip. I love to flip. I am the microchip. I got aboard the ship because they can't leave me. But if they're going to Mars, I already been there, B. Knowledge. What's up, y'all? How are you? It is Eric Taylor, BigEAstro. Do you see what happened to you, boy? Oh my God. This was Tuesday, my father's birthday. My father would have been 93 years old on Tuesday. Sorry, I'm going to eat me a little, what are these fig leaves or whatever? Kind of extension lunch with Eric from IG. I just had some cucumbers and avocados. So, what's been going on? How you guys doing? Thank you for coming. Hey, you guys. Wife will be here in a second. So, I got sick Sunday. I was fine. Did Coffee Talk Saturday. And I'll be releasing my Neptune and Aries video today from Coffee Talk. Super fun. Already did the Aries solar eclipse. Go watch it. But I had a fever of 101. Your boy was struggling. I mean, I had the chills, body aches. I'm still sore. Then it finally broke Tuesday morning. Woke up, my shirt was drenched. I was like, oh, the fever broke, went back down to 98, still dealing with stuff. Wednesday, went to the chiropractor, the acupuncturist. But Tuesday, we went through it. It was would have been my dad's 93rd birthday. Happy birthday, Dad. RIP. I love you and miss you. We had a meeting at the school for my son, his namesake, my boy William. I got to bring up the chart, but around 12:30, 12:35, somewhere in that time, I literally tripped in my house. The moon was in Aquarius. Mind you, that's ankle in the home. I'm Scorpio rising. I tripped. I got to look at the rest of the chart though. I tripped and fell headfirst into a picture. Wifey wasn't at home. Gouged my head, blood dripping everywhere. I mean, I was a hot mess, y'all. And on top of that, I'm still sick. I was feeling good enough that I was trying to be helpful, right? I'm a good guy and a good husband. I was just trying to take out the trash. It was trash day. So I said, let me be of help. I got a little bit of energy. I tried to do that. I was doing too much. And then look what happened. But then the saddest news, and I don't know if you want to say it or you want me to say it, but we we lost a dear, dear special friend to our family and our family pet, our bearded dragon, Goldie, Goldie girl. We've had her since, oh, 20, no, no, 2015,
Oh my gosh.
maybe 20.
About
We had
2015.
2015, 2016. So we had her about 9 years, I'd say.
Yeah.
And
I thought it
she,
was over a decade. But I guess
maybe it
it's
was
not.
9, 10 years, but she drowned in the pool, you guys. And Alana just put chlorine in there. She's been out in the backyard hundreds of times, never even gone that direction except for once the other day. And we found her, and I mean, she was
She went in that direction, but she didn't go to the pool.
yeah,
She went completely around and
but it was devastating. We found her in the pool, and my boy Jack, on the podcast, when he healed the bird, he was trying to heal Goldie. He gave her a little mouth to mouth, and he said, "Dad, when I did it, her eyes opened for a quick second, and her heart beated for like 2 beats, and then she went back and died again." So I don't know, but we found her in the bottom of the pool, and it was hard.
it was
It was
horrible.
really hard. It was
horrible because it sounds funny to people. They're like, a bearded dragon. What's so cool about that? She ran around our house. She did not stay in a cage.
She did for the first couple of years.
Yeah, but like then we started letting her out because she wanted to be out.
She wanted to be free, and she was more like a human. You guys, she would turn when you called her name. She would literally turn her head.
Yeah, and we could play catch. We could like play tag. Like we could
games
drag
with her,
things
string.
And she would go after it, and she ran. And
she was great with my mom when my mom was still alive. She would just be on my mom's chest for hours. You know, Alana loved her. You know, you could place her on me. I don't pick up, lizards and bitter dragon, but she would, just sit on my chest for a bit.
He was a chicken. He was a chicken.
I'm a bit of a chicken. I will say that.
Yeah, what was I gonna say?
The kids were very upset.
I was sitting there and I was working on my laptop at a dining room table, and there's a door near it, and she had tried to go out our front door, and I said, "Goldie, you can't go out there." And so I went and I sat down, and then she came over to where I was, and she stood there by the door, and she looked at me. She looked at the door, and then she looked back at me, and I was like, "Okay, you know, I mean."
She was letting her not want to go out.
We had let her out, like, God, I mean, in the nearly 10 years. You know what? I'll get in just a minute. But anyways, whatever. So this was Goldie. I don't know if you guys could see her, but she was our special girl. There she is. She was 17 and a half inches. She was like this big. And 17 and a half inches. And she would get really bright yellow.
That's why we named her Goldie. Yeah, Goldie girl.
And when she wasn't happy, she would get dark. Yeah. You know what I mean? And so
she loved going outside. You know, she's an animal out in nature in the sun, And
anyways.
But she was ready. She had passed. She was already past the age. Her sight was starting to go. I wonder if her smell.
In the sink. And so, yeah. But she was there. Like, we got her around when our son had his
concussion and TBI. Yeah.
And it was a traumatic brain injury level concussion.
Great pet for him.
And it just brought him so much joy. Yeah. And when his mother was alive, she would sit and hold Goldie, and she loved just, it was like that commune.
And my mom had dementia when she was in the wheelchair, so she loved Goldie.
Grandma loved Goldie with her dementia. So it was just a big deal. Yeah. So she was our dog. And so she passed away, and I was feeling so guilt-ridden. I mean, oh my gosh, it was horrific.
Yeah, the boys were pretty sad. But how are you guys doing? You want to say hi to people in the chat, and then you can go get the water?
Yes. So my girl Quintella's here.
Hey, Quintella.
It is so good to see you. And she said, unconditional love and light to us.
Thank you, Quintella.
And she hopes you feel better soon.
I'm trying. Thank you.
Our man, Danny Figueroa,
Dan the man. What's up, brother?
And Amber is here. Hi, Amber.
Amber, you were just on IG with us, right?
Yes.
You guys missed me on
And,
IG. I'll be back on again tomorrow, 11 a.m. Pacific.
She was like, dang, yes. And
No,
just,
it
it's
hurt.
one of
It
those
hurt,
things where
y'all.
you're just like, oh my God, should we, anyways, let's see. Sorry for your loss.
Thank you.
Sia Ani
Hey,
is here. Hey, girl. How
Sorry,
are you?
I didn't get to. I saw you responded back. I got to read your email, but yes, we're gonna connect and everything, and hopefully, I don't know if you already sent the payment or not, but go ahead and do that. And I just can't wait to meet you. Do your chart.
Yay! And Stephanie Bostic is here.
Hi,
we haven't seen you in a minute. I feel like I haven't seen your name
Stephanie
in a while.
Bostic.
So it's good to see you back.
Welcome
Thank
back,
you for
Stephanie.
coming. We're so happy to see you.
Sorry, you guys. The voice, I'm still getting better. So I felt it last night. I was telling her, oh my God, this morning I did black seed oil, oregano oil, teas. My throat just hurts. It started last night, so.
Stoked Culture is here.
Yes, hey, Stoked Culture.
And she's happy to see that we have moved the party from IG to here.
Yes. Thank you.
So that's the way we're doing things. So Eric is going to be doing a quick in and out on IG. The goal is to try to do that every day for
Monday
lunch.
through Friday.
And so the same way that we have coffee talk with Eric, we're going to have lunch with Eric.
Yep, 2
bring
p.m.
Your food.
That'll be 2. Hopefully, some days will vary because I may have clients at that time or just life schedule with the kids or whatever. But basically, I will let you know. I'll put it on my community page. Today I did not, but check out my IG. And please go follow me on IG. I got way more followers here than I do on IG. So please go subscribe and follow on IG. But today we did the Aries solar eclipse. Tomorrow will be Neptune and Aries. So a lot of fun. And it's just quick, 12, 15 minutes, hard hitting, a lot of fun. And on today, talking about Jupiter in Aries and then Saturn in Aries, the great benefic Jupiter and the great malefic Saturn. So.
Yeah. So, do you want to tell them what we were told by
and
Rebecca?
The moon is in Pisces. Oh yeah, and my guest.
And you've seen Rebecca.
Rebecca Vidanoff has been on here.
Yeah.
She does the Akashic Records. She's a psychic medium. You tell them because my voice is.
Oh my God. Okay, so
I asked her to check in on Goldie, and it was really beautiful for me what she,
So yeah, I'm sorry. I just want to pull it up so that I can read it properly.
And Rebecca will be back on, you guys. She's like a really sweet, on IG or in TikTok and IG, she's in the Akasha.
So yeah, so she's a really amazing. Like honestly, I think she's one. We've been lucky to have some amazing Akashic Records reading. I worked with Debbie Solaris back in 2017. I've known her for a very long time.
Debbie's the best, and she's a dear friend of ours.
Amongst the best, and she is a very dear friend. And Rebecca, I would say, is right up there in terms of her skill set.
She's so good.
With Debbie Solaris, if anybody knows. So she's somebody that you've done TikTok with her, and she's been on TikTok. And has she been on the podcast?
Yeah.
So she's been on the podcast. She's going to be coming back.
She'll be back. We're going to do something else probably on both channels towards the end of April, probably.
And so, yeah, we were able to reach out to her. And this is what's so cool about having these amazing friends. And she just said, what she said is, Goldie, what a sweet soul she is. She crossed over very peacefully, and she did not suffer. It was her soul's plan to leave this plane before the Earth's ascension. She says specifically, so she would be a guide for your son as he moves. Now, mind you, she did not know that detail, and she did not know when we got Goldie and who was Goldie's first major caregiver in our home, which was our son who had the injury. But she was guide him as he moves through his ascension. She passed at a time that was very much in alignment with her soul's plan. Bless her sweet soul, such a gentle energy. What a blessing to connect with her. Thank you for asking me to. So that was so reassuring for me, because I was nauseous and sick, and just
it was really hard on her.
Guilt.
Because she would take Goldie outside all the time, and Alana would feed her. It was our 15-year-old, the Gemini Williams pet, but she became the main caregiver. And then when her mom was here, her mom would chip in. So they were both. And there, Goldie was the third girl in the house for a while, right? It was only, and now we're just back down to one. So, but it was a big loss, and it happened on my dad's birthday, and I was sick, and then, I did this. It was a rough day.
Yeah, no, and what was really crazy is I woke up the next morning after Goldie passed away, and I'm always up the earliest person, the first person up in the house.
This will give you chills,
know how
you
us
guys.
moms are. And I went to the kitchen, and the drawers in my kitchen were like this. I kid you not. That's how the drawers in my kitchen were. Now, I was also the last person in my kitchen. Another thing, moms, first up,
we asked the boys, none of them, they don't sleepwalk. None of them were up at middle of the night. It wasn't me, it wasn't her.
And, so somehow or other, all these drawers were gradated in size down like that.
And to me, I took it as like Goldie was just like letting us know, like,
she's
hey,
gone up.
she's ascending up,
And so, anyways, and we got Rebecca's message after I saw those drawers. So at first I was like, what? And I don't get scared with stuff like that because I've had various interactions throughout my life,
spiritual experiences
that have happened to me. So I just kind of go, but
that was heavy though.
Yeah, it was really amazing.
So let me get started with Jupiter and Aries.
Yes.
And can you go get the water?
I will go get your water. Yes, love.
Dying. So bless you. Yeah, so it's been, as you could see, and thank you for all my clients that let me reschedule their chart readings, and I'll be resuming those tomorrow. I'll be working over the weekend and Monday, Tuesday. So I got clients coming up every day. Jupiter is the great benefic, right? And as I go to each season, I used to always do the sun, moon, and rising. I've left that, and in some ways, I'm still doing a little bit of the Mercury for certain signs, but I've done this over the years, right? This podcast is 321, and I'm sorry, it was an emergency. My guest that was scheduled for today, Stephanie Mason, had to cancel, and hopefully we'll reschedule. I don't know, but please go watch Yesenia Rose. That was so good. It's on my front page. Click videos. It's not under the live category. It's under videos because it was, I recorded it and then uploaded it last night, talking about becoming sovereign, legalese, dealing with debt, becoming a nationalist. Yesenia Rose is an attorney, in fact, right? And just great. But Jupiter is a husband in a same-sex couple chart and in a woman's chart. Jupiter is your wisdom, beliefs, philosophies, the guru, the shaman. It's higher learning. It's expansion. It's abundance, fortune, and luck, right? Get the bag. Jupiter in Aries, you guys, that's the motivational coach. That's the motivational speaker. When you have Jupiter in Aries, you could be like the Vince Lombardi. You could be like that coach foaming at the mouth. You better tackle that guy. Rah, 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 rah. Barking and roughing. That's Jupiter in Aries. Okay. I know Will Smith and Lisa Bonet and some, other people have it. Some of you may have it. I'm going to tell you this. Mars and Aries are friends, and so is the sun. So Jupiter actually behaves pretty well in Aries. And this is great to be a sports coach, a sports manager, get into being an agent, sports management. Jupiter in Aries is going to lead a crowd, is going to inspire people. It is going to, think about Will Smith, right? He does some motivational speaking and stuff, right, over the years. Jupiter in Aries has, excuse me, has this energy. Oh, you got chocolate for me.
Yes.
Jupiter in Aries has this energy of kind of being that pioneering maverick trailblazer when it comes to initiating spiritual philosophies or teaching its ideologies. Remember, a lot of you guys may not know this, but Jupiter is also biology and finance. It's connected to Sagittarius, Pisces, exalted in Cancer, right? And home in Saturn and Pisces. But when you have it in Aries, this can be really good for someone that wants to get into publishing or someone who wants to get into travel. You can get into being a pilot or someone that is traveling the country, being that motivational speaker, all those types of things. It's a powerful energy. Okay. So if any of you guys have Jupiter in Aries, let me know and then tell me what house it's in. I'll give you some insights on that. But it's really a positive energy. Remember, we just had this a couple of years ago. I don't know if you guys remember back, because we're in Jupiter Gemini, right? So it was just a little over 2 years ago. This was around 21 going into 22. We had Jupiter in Aries because we're about to go Jupiter Cancer now. Okay. So that was, a really interesting time. And Jupiter stays in a sign for about 12 months. Sometimes, to be exact, it could be like 11.8 because it retrogrades and this and that. But basically, think about Jupiter in your sign for a year. And it will bless, like when it goes to Cancer June 9th, which is what I'll be teaching at Coffee Talk on April 12th. So you can sign up now for Coffee Talk, 2 hours, $22. Saturday, April 12th at 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 p.m. noon Eastern. And I'll be doing Jupiter and Cancer. In the second hour, we'll be doing a blind reading of one of you guys, my 11th house crew. You can offer up your birth chart reading, and then we'll read it as a group. Nobody will know who it is but me. And at the end, it's really fun. I reveal who it is, and then you get the instant feedback, our interpretation, and then the person whose chart it is on, what we see in the chart. So it's really a think tank, and it's a group exercise and reading a chart together. I lead it, of course, but I let you guys chime in. It's a great way to learn astrology. So if you're really interested, coffee talks are so much fun, and people do come from all over the world. So you don't want to miss that Saturday, April 12th. And then Friday, April 18th, I'm going to be teaching a lesson on this today. Mars goes into Aries. I'm sorry. Saturn, you see, I'm still under the weather. Saturn goes into Aries in May until November, right? Just like Neptune goes in on the 30th to October 22nd. So this is the year of coming attraction sneak previews at the movie theater, because all the energies will move in permanently, ingress in permanently to the new signs, Saturn and Neptune and Aries, Uranus into Gemini in 2026. All right. So any comments or questions about Jupiter and Aries? Any new people, share your big three. Okay.
Okay. So Quintella said, just said the story about Goldie was beautiful.
Thank you.
Got tingles. Thank you, love.
Yeah.
It was very reassuring.
She was so human. Oh my God.
It was really amazing. Rose Jefferson said, "Good afternoon."
Hey,
oh my
Rose.
God, I'm sorry for your loss. Prayers. Thank you. Yeah. And it was a good learning experience. It was harder
on the twins than it was for the 15-year-old.
The twins were with me in the backyard when I
looking for
her,
yeah.
And it was like
devastating.
Yeah. So it was lots of hugs and kisses that day.
Yeah.
Janine,
and we're gonna do a burial probably this weekend in the backyard and stuff.
Janine.
Hey, Janine.
Lemieux.
Yes, Janine's a new client. Hey, Janine.
I hope I'm saying that right.
Hopefully you got my email. Sorry, I'm still under the weather. You can hear my voice. I'm getting better. And you just got to let me know what's best for you, Saturday or Sunday,
and she says she's looking forward to Sunday.
Right. Okay, good. Sunday. I can't wait to meet you, Janine.
And she said she's glad you're doing better. And then
one day at a time. Got this nice shiner. Oh my God, you can't see it because I put the Band-Aid on it. The knot. I don't know if you can see on the side. Like my head is like,
you can't see
it. It's like Skeletor head. I mean, I jacked myself up, yo.
Yeah, it was a Tuesday was not a good day.
Tuesday was rough for the Taylors.
Literally, death.
Blood,
literally,
death,
tears.
R.I.P.
Yes.
Reminiscing on my dad.
Oh, I got sick. But yeah, Wednesday is when I got sick.
Never mind. Her blood pressure.
We'll
Wednesday
talk
morning.
About that. That's another really good story and it's astrology related.
Well, no. Okay.
Well,
you go to the chat.
Let me back to the chat real quick.
And then we,
our
we do
friend Rose Jefferson is here. Hey,
Rose. Jinx.
Jinx, buy me a Coke.
Well, we don't drink Coke.
We don't buy me a kombucha.
Buy me an iced tea.
Something
good.
Buy me a mocktail with adaptogens.
Oh, actually, I do want one. Actually, you know what? We'll get those and we'll be back live Sunday night.
Yes.
So we will have those.
And So Rose Jefferson said Jupiter and Aries here in the 5th house.
Oh, 5th house. Okay, we're going to talk about that. Go ahead.
And then Stephanie Bostic says, so sorry to hear about your loss.
Thank you,
Prayers.
Stephanie.
Thank you very much. Stoked Culture said Jupiter 17 degrees Sag with an Aries at 8 degrees. And
Aries, what at 8 degrees? Sun?
I don't know.
Okay.
And then is so in tune. Yes. Hello. Hey, so good to see you again. And peace, love, and blessings to the Taylor family.
Hey, can you guys do me a favor? I never ask you guys. You don't have to get so detailed if you don't want to, because some people like to be private. But where are you guys from? Where are you at? Put your city or your state. I'm just kind of curious if you're in another country, but just put that in the chat for me. I love to know. We're in Scottsdale, but we're New Yorkers. I'm a native New Yorker, Upper West Side, money making Manhattan. The place they named it twice, so of course it's extra nice. Grew up with the beans and rice, right? My Boricuas, Dominicanos. So what Alana and I are going to tell you guys, we were doing our fast. Remember we told you we had started it, I guess 2 weekends ago, but that was spring break. So we just did like one day and then we paused it. Well, spring break ended. The kids went back to school this past week, but we went back on the fast. We did good. I did 7 days. I think she made it to the 10th day. She's going to talk about her blood pressure. But the thing that we realized, and I want to just share this because you learn, right? Knowledge is love. I don't recommend doing fast in between the eclipses. We did it, and this was a weird time. 2 eclipses, and right in the middle, the spring equinox and the new year. Right. So in some sense, it was good to do the fast for the new year. That would have been fine, but not in between eclipses. So, but I'm a 1-3 generator in human design. And so I have to like be the mad scientist. I do the experiment, I experience it, get the results, and then I share it with the masses. So that's what I did with this. Like, and I would just say, just so you guys know, we're still doing our fast once a month for the entire 2025. We started in December, did 16 days, and then when the new year came, we decided to do the fast. But so that's number one, no fast during the eclipse. But it did bring up, I think for me, what is really deep, and nothing is another thing to share. I think it brought up for me, yes, my sickness, I think, was some allergies, but I also think doing the fast, I was bringing up old toxins that are stored in the body from all the medicine in 2021 when I was in the hospital for 85 days. And that can happen, you guys. I hope you understand that even when you take like a Z-Pack or do antibiotics, penicillin, anything, it can stay in your system anywhere from 3 to 6 months?
No.
Or 6 months to a year?
There are
there's different reports.
My husband is really off.
Okay.
Because they have found that when people are doing major detoxes or colonoscopies, hydrocolon therapy, where you go and they irrigate you with the water. Colonics, thank you. And that they are finding drugs, pharmaceuticals that date back 15 years and more. Our body stores this for a very long time because it's a foreign substance that it does not know how to address and break down. And so it just kind of puts it to the side. Sometimes we're able to pass it in a different way, but oftentimes we are not. And my husband being in a coma for 40 days was on a lot of stuff. I mean, even they peeled him off of all medication 21 days before he actually woke up, or roughly 21 days before he woke up. But there was still other things that they were giving him, right? So it's pretty, yeah.
And then the JPEG, and then the Metsufi, and then once I awakened, all the pain pills.
And so he has a lot of stuff that his body has to go. So that's another reason why we're doing our detoxes, to get us both healthy, but to get a lot of this stuff out of his body. It's been
so beneficial. I feel great. I mean,
it's wonderful. I love it. I love
it. I'm going to need a whole new wardrobe. I got down under 180. I'm 5'11". I haven't been 179 pounds since I was doing television and film in New York City and print modeling at like 96, 97, 98.
Oh my God. And ladies, like how many of you, especially if you're of a particular age, how many of you have that suit or things in your closet that you keep saying, one day I'm going to get back into it. And meanwhile, and maybe it's going out of style or whatever. Well, I used to work at Ann Taylor. And so I have a bunch of beautiful black business suits, which I don't know if I'll ever wear black business suits again because I'm trying to stay away from that world. But I have a ton of those from when my eldest son was about 2. He's now 25. He'll be 26 in September. And some of them have been tight and not fitting me. I'm fitting into all of those suits again for the first time in a long time.
20,
a long
over
time.
20 years. Eh?
Yeah. So.
But this is what we also learned, right? So it's fine on the equinox to do the fast, not in between the eclipses. I did the 7 days, and it seemed like it was allergies. Because, you know, Quintella, you saw me at Coffee Talk. I was fine Saturday. Literally Sunday. Oh, my God, right? 101, all this stuff. But I stopped the fast. We got me some food. But, you know, and I didn't do any medicine. We were doing oregano oil, black seed oil, and the fever broke. I was doing vitamin C and a lot of teas. You want to tell them the teas you were giving me?
Oh, wow. So, you know, like I do the herbs, and to be honest with you,
and the hot lemon water, but the teas were really good.
Mm-hmm. So again, for those of you who've been watching us for a while, we start every morning with hot lemon water that we put peppermint oil, eucalyptus oil, and obviously lemon juice, organic lemon juice. Why are the kids knocking when the door's open? Hold on one moment. Let me let the children in.
Did you lock it by accident?
I did not.
Okay.
I'm sorry. That's okay. We're doing the podcast. I'm going to close the door, settle in for a minute. And I don't know if you can see me, but anyways.
So, okay. So, you know, sorry about that. I'm just trying to listen. But, you know, she went beyond the 7 days. She went to day 10. But then she started having issues with the blood pressure.
No, well, actually.
Okay. Well,
so
I'll let you you want to finish up the thought with the teas for me and
so
us.
Yeah, for the teas. No, first I was talking about our lemon
water,
water. And the reason why we do that is that lemon is really, really wonderful for the gut. If you can start your morning every morning with hot water and lemon, it sets the scene for the rest of your day.
And it's even better for women because after age 40, women, or even after 35, I would say, no more muy malo, no more ice cold water. It's not good for your hormones, ladies.
I love room temperature water.
If I
can get it at restaurants and anything that we go to, I always do. But then I put those essential oils in, the peppermint and the eucalyptus, and I did that too for the body. I started doing that to clear my nose and sinuses and just get everything good, which is wonderful. But it also acts as a natural bug repellent. It basically turns us into walking bug repellent.
But it's almost probably 3 years now.
Yeah, we have not been bit by a mosquito. And when I tell you that I'm out on fields with the kids and other parents are getting bit up, and I can literally watch a mosquito like fly all the way up to me, get within an inch or two of me, and then just fly away repeatedly. I'm telling you, it's the best mosquito repellent. And when I hear about people in other countries getting malaria and all these diseases because they're getting bit by bugs, I'm just thinking, why can't everybody do what I'm doing? Because they wouldn't get bit. But they don't want you to know these things. They actually tell you do not consume eucalyptus. Now, mind you, I put a few drops. I put 6 drops of eucalyptus and 3 drops of peppermint. That's it to a full cup of water.
Sometimes don't you put tea tree or something too?
I have put tea tree in there, like if I'm dealing with it, like illness or whatever, because tea tree is very antiseptic. So if I've got the flu or I'm dealing with something, like I feel like I have something coming on, I will put some tea tree in to help kill off bacteria. But it's very strong. Okay, so I would put like 3 drops, sometimes even like just 1 or 2, because it's very, very strong. But anyways, what Eric was telling you in relation to me and the fasting. I did get to day 9. And what I had started to do, because my goal was to do that full autophagy where you do nothing but water. So I was on like day 2. And no, actually, I was starting day 3. I was starting day 3, and I woke up and my heart was rushing, and I thought I had high blood pressure. It was the opposite. My blood pressure was down to like 99/60. And because I went preeclamptic when I was pregnant, I've had blood pressure issues. My blood pressure raised then, and I've had blood pressure issues ever since my pregnancy. And in speaking with our acupuncturist, who is trained in all sorts of things and studied all over the world,
studied in China and everything,
somehow or other we were talking about one of our sons having the sickle cell trait. And so for a lot of us, for women, you know, when we carry children, bits of their DNA stay with us.
With the mother.
And so what he said to me, he goes, that's a sickle cell trait. When you never went down after you being pregnant, because they kept telling me I was supposed to go down, and I just kept waiting, and I never have. And it's been like, they're almost 12, you know, and he said, that's a sickle cell trait. And Jack, of course, has the trait.
Only one out of the 3 boys I made have the sickle cell trait. And when we found this out, she got tested, and she was negative. So I have the trait. I have sickle cell trait. It never affected me because in New York City, you're not in high altitudes, right? I don't know if you heard, I'm a Steelers fan, but a football NFL player wound up in the hospital. Ryan Clark almost died because playing extreme sports like football in Denver against the Broncos, the altitude is too high, and it really messed him up. And so, you know, Arizona is a way higher elevation than New York. And so we have to watch our Jackson. He holds heat, and I used to hold heat as a little kid. When I would play sports as a little kid, and this is, I don't know if you guys have ever experienced this, and it wasn't like nasty or gross, it just wasn't what it was. But my sweat was so thick that you could see, almost like how I have a goatee, like a beard. I would have like a beard of like sweat. The salt would just stay on me. And it was so crazy. Like, it was just like, but that's something that is, you know, associated with the sickle cell trait. And I would hold in the heat, and Jackson does that too. He's our lightest of all of our children. He favors his mother, very yellow.
Yellow. I think he might be lighter than me, actually.
No, don't tell him that. Oh, God.
I know, I can't tell him
He thinks he's Mandingo. He thinks he's darker than...
You know, all the kids fight to be the darkest. It's like...
and Mateus is...
Elijah's got... No, I mean, and they know Mateus, but, you know, it's like... everybody wants to be like, well, I'm darker than Mom. And I'm like, okay.
But, so, you know, but I just want to share that with you because mothers... the reason why you have that deep intuition and connection with your children is because literally their cells are still in you. And it's even deeper with mother to daughter.
But I want to bring that stuff up about having the trait, because I was shocked. And one of the things that our acupuncturist has studied was sickle cell and just different things. And he's like, yeah, because your son had that, you still carry bits of his DNA. So even though I technically on Western medicine do not have even the trait, I have some things of sickle cell in me now because I carried a child. So that is something for anybody who's carried a child who has it. If you have any odd anomalies, find out more. It may be that you're carrying parts of your child. Okay. Yeah. So I was very, very fascinated when I found that out.
Yeah.
Let's see, where are we?
Let me just answer real quick for the Jupiter and Aries in the 5th house. I think that was for Rose, if I can remember correctly. Jupiter, Aries, 5th house, you could be very motivating with your children, your creativities, high school, college years, your education. You may be the one to initiate and tell, you know, like if you were to get married, Rose, or if you are married, you may have been the one like, what's up, mister? I'm Mrs. Jefferson. How you doing? You know, you may initiate with your husband. You can meet him at a casino playing blackjack or something, or, you know, games, hobbies, high school, college years. But the 5th house is dating, romance, fun, sex, creativity, hobbies, your first child. ancient history, past life karmas. So it's also lottery fantasy sports. So Rose, I'm not going to tell you to gamble, but you would do better than a lot of us, Rose. Jupiter, fifth house. You could have 2 or 3 children and you could win scratch offs and lotteries as well. So just something for you to know. Okay.
So let's see. I think I read Stoked Culture. Danny Figueroa's in New Jersey.
Oh, where's everybody
Rose
at? Yeah.
is in Pontiac, Michigan.
Where? Yeah. Oh, Pontiac, Michigan.
Yes.
Detroit Pistons used to play in Pontiac and the Lions. Then they moved out of Pontiac.
And Janine is in Chicago.
Oh, Sha'ila.
And Stoked Culture.
Chicago food is good, Janine. Oh my God, I've been out there a couple times.
Is from West Philadelphia, born and raised.
Cheesesteaks. Ooh,
and
we
honored
love.
to be here.
Oh, thank you. We're honored to have you guys.
And they just honored Will Smith, naming a street after him by Overbrook High.
Oh, really? Okay. So one of my buddies lived in Cheltenham, and actually, it's so funny. We were hanging out in Philadelphia on our way to the Million Man March. So I used to go to Philadelphia though for the Penn Relays, and I actually qualified for Penn Relays my senior year of high school. But Penn Relays, we used to get our Philly cheesesteaks. 40's a private stock.
What was that really good Philly cheesesteak that we went to?
We went to
the one on the corner.
What's the famous one? John's or Joe or I forgot. There's 2 big famous ones. Well, we went to one of them. My friend took us down downtown Philly.
It was really good.
And he used to live in Cheltenham. My college roommate, my brother Kwame, he passed away. My Taurus. I've lost a lot of Tauruses in my life. Like my best roommate in college, my half sister London Taylor, and my mother, whose birthday is coming up in April. So I love you, Tauruses, but I definitely miss a lot of my Taurus people.
So Stoked Culture is a Sag Sun, an Aries rising, and a Leo moon.
Okay. Aries rising, the Leo moon, and the Sag sun. You got a grand fire trine. That's a powerful energy and a powerful chart. Definitely book the Aries birth chart sales, Stoked Culture. With that Leo moon in the 5th house, you could be, first of all, Leo moons, you give the best hugs, Stoked Culture. Education is very important for you. And you're very authentic. Aries and Pisces risings are the 2 most rare, right? Least common ascendants. But Aries, it's very authentic, right? Because it's like, just so you guys know, the sign is not the same as the house. First house energy does not equal Aries energy. There's certain energies of it that will overlap, like second house Taurus. Certain things overlap, but don't always assume that they are the same because it's not always the same. But when you have that grand fire trine, you got to move your body, hips and thighs. And you may not always, your mom and dad really wanted you and they had you, but that sun in the 9th and Sag, you could bang heads with your teachers, professors, and dad at times too. And you may light up and literally move 50 miles or further away from your birthplace, okay? But the Leo moon, you're extremely creative, and if you have children, you are definitely someone that's like very focused on them, okay? And emotionally connected, especially to that first child. I'm not saying you don't love all of them if you have more, but, there's that, Leo moon there, and your heart's in whatever you give birth to. Art, painting, poetry, dance, children, etc. Okay.
And so Jolly James is here. Hey Jolly,
James.
How are you?
Are you feeling jolly today?
And she is a 2/4 emotional generator in HD.
Oh.
Human design. Oh, and human design. Well, HD. Okay. Sorry about that. That took me a second. Yeah. Sorry.
She doesn't know hers, and I don't have it memorized.
You know what? I am just here pulling up mine because I did have it saved on my phone, and for some reason, it's not here anymore.
I'm a 1/3 generator, and I forget the emotional stuff like that. I can't remember it. But actually, this is a good time for me to say this to you guys. I have a chart reading. If you guys are interested on my website, it is so powerful. It is your unconscious soul chart. You know the gene keys in human design? Will create a new birth date 88 days before you were born. It's really when your soul is completely entered your body. And so, like for me as a Virgo, it makes me a Gemini. Her as a Pisces, it makes her a Sag. So it, takes you back to the square, this, in terms of the sign before, um, and it creates a new birth time. And so this unconscious soul chart, I can do the chart reading for you based on the gene keys from that. And it really is a different perspective to see how your soul wants to sort of like unconsciously dance on this planet. It'll be similar to your natal chart, but obviously the moon, the sun, the rising's all going to be different. But it's like a different way to look at your birth chart and another layer. And it's so eye-opening and fascinating. When I looked at mine, it had me, I think, as a Sag rising, a Virgo moon, and a Gemini sun. And I'm normally a Scorpio rising, Cat moon, Virgo sun. This had me as a Virgo moon, and it was deep. I just want to share that with you guys. So please check out my website, BigEAstrology.com. That's a chart reading that most astrologers don't offer or do, that you could do with me, that would really put a little something in your astrological toolbox of understanding who you really are.
Because, and maybe you said this, 88 days is when your soul enters.
88 days before your birth.
88 days, yeah. They have to. But anyways, it's when your soul enters your body at that time. So Danny said he did do the colonics one time. I know I haven't done it. I really want to do it, and I don't know why.
I did the colonoscopy.
And actually, I need to do it because we've actually paid for it, and I've got to get back to them and get it done. Let's see, Teresa Miller. Hey, so Teresa. Good to see you. And hello, and much love to you. And Janice is here.
Hey, Janice.
Yay.
Janice, I was doing good Saturday, and then boom, Sunday, 101 temperature. Crazy. I think the allergies, or it could be the stuff they're spraying all over, right? A lot of people have been telling me they've been dealing with it.
Janice asked me if I had been taking any binders, and I don't think that I have. You're supposed to take charcoal or just different things, and I probably need to do that next time. Let's see. Danny, that's a good question. He doesn't like cold drinks on his tummy. Eucalyptus,
that's right. Us Virgos, water. I like that. Danny, us Virgos have sensitive tummies.
Janine, hot water and lemon, and then add that peppermint and that
it's
eucalyptus.
It's a game changer, Janine.
I use the way that I personally do it is 3 drops, and I'm talking little tiny drops. I formulate stuff, so I have those long pipettes, and I get up and I just put 3 little tiny drops. It's similar to the drops that we get for like our body oils or stuff, but sometimes those droppers make bigger drops. And I put 6 drops of eucalyptus, and if I am gonna add tea tree in, I put 1. Max, I put 2, but then it gets really bleh.
Are you guys gonna watch the games tonight? Maybe Arizona will upset Duke. Yo Terps, my Maryland Terrapins against the Florida Gators. March Madness is back Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. That's what I'll be doing. I told you I'd be on live Sunday. I don't know. I got to check the schedule. I may not come on this weekend. I got to watch the Elite 8, see who goes to the Final 4. So I may not see you Sunday. Okay. I just realized that. So this may be it for this week. Plus I got all these charts to catch up with my clients. So I probably am going to really need to rest and just watch some college basketball. Yo Terps.
Yeah, like he didn't need to get sick for that. Trust me, that was going to happen this weekend no matter what. I don't know who he's trying to like talk to. But anyways, Jolly, I am a
good golly, Miss Molly Jolly.
Yes, I am an emotional manifester and a 3-5. So let's see now.
Which goes good with my 1-3.
Yep.
You share the 3 line.
And then Sia, a cup of cinnamon with a pot of water. Boil it, then let it cool. Gargle. Off. Gargle every 30 to 15 minutes. It will heal your sore throat. Ooh,
thank you.
I will do that as soon as we get off.
Yeah.
Thank you. Great idea, Sia. See, this is why we love talking to you guys, because we share information, but when you have stuff to do with us, let us know.
Knowledge
but this
is
is also why we're making our community, because I'm so excited. I am lining up crystal experts, herbal experts, Akashic experts, people who are going to be in there talking to you about this. Obviously, we've got astrology covered. But
you guys can actually promote your own businesses. Like Janice, you're starting your thing. You guys, you join the community and you can promote your own business. You can learn, exchange with each other. This is going to be such a great community where there'll be an option that's only $5 a month and you just get to be in the community. $18 a month, and those prices will go up, but we wanted to bring it lower in the beginning months. $18 a month will get you both the coffee talks for free for the $18, 10% off of all my services, and after being in the community for a year, 50% off of either a natal, solar return, or secondary progression chart. But there's going to be so much knowledge, and not all, but the majority of my podcast guests have also recorded special messages for you and discounts on their services.
Yeah, we're totally excited.
It's going to
be really, really wonderful. And it's also going to be a place where you can access, if you decide to purchase them, our different classes that we're in the process of trying to make. We're trying to do so much. We just need like techie people to help us, but we finally got a good tech person who is helping us,
and we're using Buddy Boss.
Really, really exciting. I'm just so excited about it. But anyways, let's see.
It's coming soon.
Is So In Tune said, born and raised in Brooklyn.
BK. I used to go to the studio BK all the time. Let's get to Saturn and Aries. Any other comments or questions? Any new people?
I don't know. I still have a ways to go. But Danny Figueroa said, what if you have Jupiter retrograde in the 5th house, Pisces? Can you still get lucky in the lottery?
Oh, gosh, yeah. But this is the thing with the retrograde. It's also speaking about there's something that still needs to be worked on from a past life. Remember, the 5th house is past life karma, too. So there's some sort of spiritual knowledge or teaching. And I think for you, it's actually, I didn't realize you had that, it's about the astrology, right? Jupiter, and I don't know if you have this, Danny, or someone you know, but Jupiter in Pisces 5th house is about kind of remembering this ancient wisdom and occult knowledge, so it's kind of, and I think if this is for you, Danny, think about it, like you love astrology. It's kind of more than a hobby for you. You know what I mean? And maybe it's time for you to think about maybe, I know you took my 101 class, but, my not one-on-one, my astrology 101, my intro level class, but maybe for you to start really honing your skills more to remember or revisit being that spiritual guru and teacher and doing birth chart readings or something, or just sharing your wisdom, beliefs, and philosophies about the occult knowledge in a very creative, spiritual, imaginative way, so.
And Janine asked, can solar eclipses cause migraines?
In Aries, yes, ma'am. Okay, that's something that can really happen. Even more so if you have it in the 1st house or really anywhere, because you guys, this is going to be at 9 degrees, which is like a Sagittarius degree, but it's the 1st decan, the Aries decan, and the lunar mansion behind it is the South Node. So it's a little bombastic and explosive, but it's also a new beginning. But with new beginnings, that means we're kind of at the same time saying goodbye to something, right? Just like full moons are karmic endings, right? So new beginnings, but this is also closing a chapter of the Aries eclipses from 23 to January 10th of 2025. So think about Aries rules the head. So yeah, you can definitely experience the migraines. And I'm just sensing with the Mercury at 0 degrees, there's a lot that we've got to really kind of just pause, reanalyze, reassess. Don't be Aries so impulsive, and just like sit back, relax, and enjoy the show and explore your mental so then you can grow, glow, and go with the flow. Now you know. Belle Biv DeVoe. It's like, but we were jamming and they were playing Belle Biv DeVoe in a car the other day. That first album, it can only make you smile. That girl is poison. It's so much fun.
Can any of you remember the slow song on that? We were talking about the fact that everybody knows that slow song if it comes on, but nobody can remember the name.
They had one slow song on Belle Biv DeVoe first album, but I do not remember the name of it. If any of you guys can remember that, oh my gosh. It was good, but I don't remember the name of it. I used to put it on my slow jam mixtapes.
Oh yeah, when he was macking.
Yeah, I was macking. Put a little Keith Washington, Keith Sweat, Gerald Levert.
Keith Sweat.
Yeah, Gerald Levert.
You may be young, but you're ready. What is so funny? My God, we grew up with so much inappropriate stuff. Like, can I tell you, the 80s is what all of this right now that's like telling everything, like getting mad on everything. And our entire childhood was made up of nothing but sexual harassment claims. Like everything. Like we lived for it.
The lyrics. The lyrics.
The lyrics, not actually the life. But anyway.
Let's get to Saturn and Aries. Or are there any new people or any?
Let's see. I don't see new people per se. No.
That's okay.
Stoke, do you want me to read anything?
Yeah, go ahead.
So Stoke Culture said Pats and Genos, which agent?
Yes, Pats and Genos. I think we went to Genos.
Which aren't real. What? Oh, okay. The cheesesteaks. Oh, okay. Yes. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you so much, Stoked. And then let's see. Rose said, cool. I don't gamble, but been having the urge to try it lately. Go for it. They say you gotta be in it to win it. I know we were in Vegas and we go and I sort of wanted to do it and then we were rushing and I didn't. So
didn't even gamble once.
Dee's Hannah.
Oh, they're new.
Hey, Days Hannah.
Hello,
nice to meet you. Sun, moon, and rising, please.
What's your big three days, Hannah?
And hello, everyone, calling in from Charlotte, North Carolina. Oh,
I'm a Tar Heel fan. Ooh.
She's about business.
Okay.
Because Big 3 is Sagittarius Sun, Moon, and Aquarius rising.
Okay.
So both the Moon and the Aquarius are both.
Yeah, Sag, Sun in the 11th house, so you're a humanitarian like us. That's my 11th house crew, the Sun in the 11th house, right? Aquarius rising and Moon. You and Mom could have had some difficult times. She may have been a little tough. She's probably really smart. I collect Aquarius Moon, so you're always welcome to come to Coffee Talk. They always come to Coffee Talk. And Mom's a little emotionally detached. One thing about the Aquarius Moon, as you get older in life, you may find that you have to guide or even teach your mother some life lessons or different things or help her as she gets older. It's not like cat moons. Cat moons actually take care of their mothers. Aquarius moons, it's just like pouring out the spiritual awakening and knowledge, right? Maybe she doesn't get down with astrology. And maybe you got to be like, hey, Ma, it's not what you think. It's not no devil worship, right? It's this, that, and you show her. You wear your emotions on your sleeve, right? People like to verbally vomit their life story to you when you have the moon on the ascendant. In Aquarius, though, you really do love being the rebel, the black sheep, thinking outside the box. You're the vanguard. You're the maybe first in your family to do this and do that. The next 20 years with Pluto on your ascendant, you are going to go through a lot. This is an important time for you to be doing fasting, detoxing, parasite cleanses, the master cleanse. You can join us once a month doing, a little, water, cayenne pepper, organic maple syrup, and lemon juice. We've been doing that. And we also were doing fruit juices, vegetable juice, and it's been really great. I'm already looking forward to April again, when we do our next fast and cleanse, and we'll let you guys know. But the Sag, Sun in 11th house, dad may be more like a friend sometimes than like that teaching stoic dad. It doesn't mean he wasn't a great dad, but he may be more like a friend. And I've been noticing a little pattern with Sun's sun signs in the 11th house. Um, there's almost like a detachment from the father, where he is more like a friend than an actual dad, or you may lose the father at a younger age. I'd have to see other planetary alignments and I have to do more research and study this, but I've seen the patterns. She had some issues with her dad. I lost my dad at age 6. I've had many clients with the house, sun in the 11th house, and there's a lot of distance or separation or more friendships or things with the dad than traditional dad stuff. But you can really teach over the internet. And from the Sag to the Aquarius, that sextile, it's pouring out the wisdom and knowledge that it got from Sagittarius season. So you're probably really smart as a whip. So I encourage you, please reach out, book a birth chart reading, BigEAstrology.com. And thank you so much for coming. Charlotte in the house, go Tar Heels. Whoop, whoop, whoop.
Let's see.
They have company.
Yes. Okay. It's just Ryan and Mateus.
Oh.
Anyways, so I'm sorry. Jolly said that the unconscious and yes, the conscious and unconscious. And so you have two people in here with a grand trine. Ooh. I have a grand trine, a grand water trine.
Oh, are you bragging? Is that what you're doing here? Grand water trine, that's really nice. For you to take great advantage of it, please manifest with your water and in water. Our body's 3/4 water. The world's 3/4 water. Talk into your water. Thank you, water, for the abundance and blessings and gratitude. Thank you. I receive and I know that I am worthy and a millionaire and I love myself. Talk to your water. Crystals in the tub. And for you, I'd like to know what houses they're in. But yeah, grand water trines are really great. Just don't be complacent. You got to initiate and take action when you have trines. Because sometimes people just lay back thinking everything's supposed to happen, abundance and blessings because I have a trine. No, trines can sometimes make you sit on the sofa eating potato chips and Netflix and chill like you're a trust fund baby. Sometimes squares and oppositions make us excel and go further in life. So just be mindful with the trine. You still got to take action. You still got to initiate. Okay.
And let's see. So Danny's laughing. Teresa's laughing. I don't know what we said, but we tend to be funny in general.
The Aquarius stuff or the Belle Biv DeVoe.
Yeah.
Does anybody know the slow song and the Keith Sweat stuff?
Tell me when I see you. Tell me when I see you smile again. Oh my gosh.
Tell me when will I see you smile again.
That was a bit off. That was a bit off.
I'm sick.
Sorry.
Wait, I'm sick as a dog.
But the rhythm was off. Everything.
But these.
Okay, we'll come back another time and we'll sing.
That was the joint, right?
Yes, it was.
Tell me when
it was wonderful.
See you smile again. Tell me.
Okay.
Oh yeah. I got a quick question. No, stop.
Don't talk. Just listen.
Did you guys like it better when New Edition brought in Johnny Gill or without Johnny Gill and just Bobby Brown? That's an interesting question. Now, I know people are going to be partial because I love old New Edition Bobby Brown. But the first album with Johnny Gill, those slow jams, when it was him and Ralph Tresvant taking the lead, they were good.
They would love.
I'm surprised I don't have older children with those songs.
Ooh. Aren't we all?
I know.
Okay. Des Hannah, Sun and Moon in Sagittarius. and Dreamscape Visions. Have you had you here before,
No.
Dreamscape?
Hi, Dreamscape.
Hi. Oh, she says hi, newbie. I guess all I
Yes.
needed to do was read.
Yep.
There we go. Hey, Dreamscape.
What's
Please
your
give
big
us your
three?
big three.
Eric Taylor, nice to meet you.
And Gigi, the Empress. Hey, girl.
What
I
up,
just was sent you an email today, finally, and you should have gotten your package.
Gigi in the house.
Oh, yes, you did get your Sabale Pure package. Yay! I'm so excited.
Go, Gigi. It's your birthday.
We're gonna party like it's your birthday. And gonna party like it's your birthday. And we don't give a damn, it's not your birthday.
Okay, wait. We're gonna get back to I gotta get the Saturn and Aries because we'll be on here forever and I can hear rowdy kids that you may need to go check on.
Yeah, I need to go check them. Yeah. I just heard a bang.
Go check. I'm gonna do Saturn and Aries. You go check. So kids have half day today and tomorrow, parent teacher stuff and all that foolishness. Saturn and Aries, right? The great malefic. So Saturn and Mars are not on the same team. Saturn's the greater malefic, Mars is the lesser malefic, right? Saturn is the greater malefic in a night chart. That means if your sun is below the ascendant horizon line, so, second house through sixth or first and seventh below the ascendant. So Mars wants to just go, take action, impulsive, the soldier, the warrior, the general. Saturn is the government, limitations, delays, restrictions, right? It's discipline, hard work, organizations. It's your bones, it's your DNA, your lineage. Saturn can be the stern grandparent or sometimes a strict father. It's the government. Saturn and Mars could both be associated with the military. Saturn and Aries, it restricts you from being impulsive. It restricts you from reacting without thinking. When you have Saturn and Aries, you got a brand Nubian, slow down. Saturn and Aries people can have severe migraine headaches. They can have arthritis or rheumatoid arthritis, quite literally. I've had many clients with that. Saturn and Aries, whether you're about to go through your first or second return, how do you respond to your abilities with Saturn? We have to honor Saturn. We live in a Saturnian matrix bubble, right? So Saturn is that DNA and lineage, right? It's Saturday, machines, right? That's why Saturday is a good day to work out and just work out the entire body. Thursday, your hips and thighs. Tuesday, arms and shoulders. Or Tuesday, you can work out your head and bang it into the wall, like me. But so Saturn and Aries, you have got to get disciplined and organized and have a plan, then take charge and initiate. Saturn and Aries, you can have the general, the soldier, the sergeant in the military. This is an energy where, if you're about to experience the Saturn return, Aries cannot think without react without thinking. It cannot be impulsive, and it's very frustrating, this energy. Remember, Saturn is at home in Capricorn and Aquarius and exalted in Libra, so it's in its planetary fall in Aries. Not a death sentence, but this is where you've got to write out lists. You've got to have your strategies, your top threes, your top fives, your do's, your don'ts. That's how you prepare for your Saturn and Aries return coming soon to a theater near you. And it can be really challenging if you take that approach that you're going to march to your own drum and do things your way, right? You can't be Frank Sinatra with this energy. You got to limit yourself, and because it's going to delay you no matter what, because Aries doesn't want to slow down. Aries and Gemini are the two fastest signs in the zodiac. Aries is like head first and everything. Remember, I told you guys the ram is actually visually impaired, even worse than me. And it learns itself through spatial awareness by banging its ram horns head first. Okay? So what you got to do is write out your list. Put the whiteboard in your home. Put it on the refrigerator. To-do list. What do I do? Right? The voice memos in your phone. Have strategies, because when you do honor Saturn, this is the secret. Some of you guys might not know this. Saturn, even in its fall, could be better than Jupiter in Aries because Saturn, the great malefic, wants to give you more rewards and blessings than Jupiter and Venus ever can if you respond to your abilities, if you are disciplined, if you are structured and organized. Okay? Have a plan and a schedule. That's how you survive the Saturn return in Aries. And I have a service for your Saturn return. I highly recommend if you are going through the first or second, or God bless you, the third Saturn Aries coming soon, that you book that reading with me because we will focus just on that sign and house, Saturn Aries, what house is it in, and any aspects to it, and give you really detailed tools based on these energies, how to maneuver through your Saturn return. It's very important because Saturn returns, you guys, it will kick your butt if you're not handling your business. You got to honor Saturn in this matrix that we live in. Okay.
Let's see. What do we have here?
The latest new person. What's their big three?
Dreamscape, you just did her, correct?
No.
Oh. So Dreamscape, visions. So sun, moon, ascendant, Gemini sun. Wait, sun, moon, ascendant, Gemini. Sun is in the first house. Moon. So all three are the Gemini.
Whoa.
Wow. Okay.
I've never done a chart
That's
like
a lot,
that.
girl.
Okay. You need to book a chart reading. Okay. I'm going to tell you that. So, where do I begin? You're born on a new moon, maybe the day before, day after, but you're born with that new moon energy. So your parents were on the same page. What can really happen is that you probably need a sensory diet. You can have crazy anxiety, overthinking, overstress. You get verbally vomited on and you verbally vomit on others. The first 26 to 30 years, you could be very into your I am energy being a little self-centered. And it doesn't mean that you're not a nice person or anything like that. But when the sun is in the first house, that can happen. But when you're dealing with the sun and moon in the first house, it's like come see, come saw with the relationship with mom or dad. One of them is going to probably take the prominent lead in your life, and the other may dissipate, fall away, or you just don't see eye to eye. I'd have to see different aspects to everything to see your own chart. But your mind is quick. You're brilliant. You're smart. You're the messenger. Your intuition, communication skills are like insane. That that 10th house of Pisces, like you create your dreamscape. You create the dream life that you want. Is your Mercury in Gemini or is it in Aries or Taurus? Because that's going to tell me a lot in terms of your chart ruler. So I'd be curious to know that. But please reach out and know that you are. Is this a woman, right? This is a woman?
Yes.
You are the Jane of all trades and the master of all trades. Don't let people try to limit you and put you in a box. You can multitask like 10 men. You're no joke. Okay? But just you got to slow down. And there's some times where you may literally need to massage the back of your neck to calm down your nervous system, or even lotion on the hands and rub them, or just even a little lavender or something on the temples. Because you can get over anxious. You could, deal with a lot of anxiety, and overthinking could be your kryptonite. All right. So just try to be introspective. That's going to be hard for you with your sun, moon, and rising in a masculine, mutable air sign. You got to stop and look within. But you've been doing great this year with Jupiter on your ascendant. And guess what? Jupiter's about to go to your second house of money in Cancer starting June 9th. So you should come to Coffee Talk April 12th and learn about that. 12 p.m. noon Eastern, 2 hours, $22. Astrological coffee talk with Eric. All right. So sorry, this is not my regular voice. I'm a sore throat and I've been sick since Sunday. So I'm just starting to get better. But yeah, I would love to have you at Coffee Talk. Just email me, you guys, for any of the birth chart sales or the Coffee Talk. Email me directly, Eric at BigEAstrology.com. But it is now set up that you can purchase the Coffee Talk on the website, and she'll be upgrading it with the new subject, the Jupiter and Cancer, and Coffee Talk members birth chart. You can also volunteer your birth charts, you guys. So I would start doing that now if you want to be considered for that, because it's a heck of a good time and a lot of fun. All right. So any other questions or comments about Saturn and Aries or anything before we go?
Okay, let me see here. We have.
Let me clear my throat.
Anyways, Jolly. Let's see. Jolly James.
Green Giant.
Jolly James is Scorpio Sun, 9th house, Cancer Moon, 5th house, Pisces rising. And we've got several other people. Katie, I see you.
Who?
Katie.
Oh, hi, Katie.
We had
She's
Katie
new.
Fox Drums. You're new, and I will get to you in a moment.
Yes.
But
so
Jolly.
That groundwater trine, the Pisces rising, Cancer Sun, Scorpio Moon, or Scorpio Sun?
I'm so sorry. Let's see. Scorpio Sun.
Scorpio Sun in the 9th. Yeah, you've transformed your beliefs. You could have been raised with any organized dogmatic religion, and you probably were like, hey, whenever your Pluto's at, are you millennial, Pluto Scorpio, or Pluto Libra, Pluto Virgo? Let me know. But or Pluto Sag, right? Could be with Gen Z. But that Sun in the 9th, I wonder about the emotional intensity between you and Dad. That could be pretty comme ci, comme ça. But the Cancer Moon in the 5th house, you are very emotionally connected to your children if you have them. If not, you could be emotionally connected to the esoteric occult knowledge or your creativity and hobbies. You could be a brilliant musician, brilliant artist, painter, sculptor, poet, singer, MC, rapper. I mean, anything that you put your heart into. And listen, trust your intuition. When you know something, you know that you know it. You don't got to check with nobody else. You and God, that's it. That's all you need. You are in the flow. You are super psychic, but you are a strong empath. And you have to understand, you're kind of like an alien here on Earth. Pisces risings. Remember, Pisces, Aries, the two most rare rising signs? My mother was a Pisces rising. It's almost like you guys are too kind, too sweet, too magical for this earthly plane. And you see the world through rose-colored glasses. Remember, people may never live up to the ideals that you want them to. And it can be hard finding sometimes that right true love or your person. You got to lean on that Virgo 7th house to read the fine print, to be more logical and analytical when it comes to the marketplace, relationships or business partnerships or marriage. Your Pisces rising, it's going to be unrealistic and idealistic. How you view others, you see the best version of them. That doesn't mean that they ever want to get there or will even try to achieve that. So stop giving people so much credit. Let them earn it. Get in that Virgo 7th and let them show and prove to you that they're about that life. Don't give them credit they haven't earned yet, okay? Because people will take advantage of you. Pisces risings, right? Think about Demi Moore, Whitney Houston, Michael Jackson. They went through a lot of different things in this life, right? And it's challenging being a Pisces rising. A lot of people took advantage of my mother. She was so sweet. And a lot of people took advantage of her for different times of her life, different reasons. All right. So let's get to Katie, Sun, Moon, Rising.
And just so you know, Dreamscape said that she's found you and she's been watching your Black Moon Lilith videos.
Ooh.
And that they are really, really good.
Thank you. I really
Katie
appreciate
Fox
that.
says, thank you for seeing me. Of course. And
Hey,
Pluto
Katie.
Libra.
Ooh.
My daughter and I are like peanut butter and jelly.
Okay.
Now let me see if I'm going to scroll.
Do you leave your Sun, Moon,
leave
Rising,
your Sun,
Katie?
Moon, and Rising for us,
do your
Katie.
big three for you.
And
Pluto Libra, though, just know your soul is here to learn your life lessons through the lens of relationships. Okay, so I don't know if you're still married, but if you aren't, I just want you to know it's not your fault. This is what your soul has chosen. So relationships with parents, with husband, boyfriend, this one, that one, relationships is part of your life lesson for your soul to learn. You must heal the pain, trauma, and crises from childhood and from your past life so you could have more balance, fairness, and harmony and peace in your relationships. She's Pluto Libra too, and she's been divorced. I'm her second husband. But that's what happens with Pluto Libras. Very rarely do they only just get married once. Some of them never get married. Some of them get married 2, 3, 4 times. I've had very few Pluto Libra clients that have only had one marriage. So it's not to say if you're married once and it's going good that it's going to crash. No, it can be fine. You have to see the whole chart. But your soul is here to learn its life lessons. Soul psyche, Pluto Libra, all about relationships, marriages, and business partnerships as well. Okay. But give me your sun, moon, rising.
Wait, that's Jolly James, who's the peanut butter and jelly person.
Okay.
And then TK.
Hey, TK.
Big T. Big T in the building.
What up, TK?
Hey. I'm late. Hi, guys. Get
That's
well
all right.
soon, Eric. Sending
Thank
healing
you.
energy away.
Thank you.
Thank you.
She's about to make me that cinnamon tea or whatever.
I am definitely making that. Thank you, Sia. And then let's see. We've got Tribe of Crow.
Oh, I like that.
Trademark the tribe or TM the tribe. Are you saying? I'm assuming that's trademark. Anyways, Rashid. So Aries rising.
Right, is that all one name or Rashid is different?
No, Rashid is down in what he's writing. So I'm assuming that his name is Rashid.
Okay, what's up, Rashid?
And Aries rising, Cancer sun, Capricorn moon.
Oh, the cardinal T square, Mars and Virgo. You know, we share that together. Aries rising, very authentic. Take advantage of the Aries birth chart sale. Okay, 206 live, 90 minutes via Zoom with me, the Big E Astrology, Mars and Virgo. You know how we get down, B. The Cancer sun, Capricorn, Cat moon, right? 10th house.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, Cat moon.
Sorry,
10th
I just
house.
lost my cat. Yes,
Cat moon. Yeah. So, you're an introvert. It took between 26 and 30 for you to walk into your real I am energy. The Cat moon, mom was probably pretty strict. Maybe mom was kind of the boss and played the dad role, and the sun in the 4th house. Maybe mom and dad got divorced, or dad wasn't necessarily around so much. When the sun's in the 4th house, there's something that was going on with you and the dad. Doesn't mean could be the best dad ever, but dad may not have been around because the sun is not around at midnight, right? You get it? And you're born on a full moon. It could be a day before, a day after, but pretty much, you know, sun, moon, and the T square. So it's also speaking to, honestly, this life, it's on you. Everything is on you. I'd have to know where your North Node is, but use that Mars in Virgo. It's going to help you figure out this whole maze, this matrix, and take advantage. You definitely need to get a chart reading. But yeah, that North Node would be important. But remember, this eclipse is happening on your ascendant. So you got to walk into your I am energy and realize that it is on you. And that's okay. There's no victimhood in the 3D or in the 5D in the spiritual realm. And I just want to say this for all you guys with this energy coming up. None of us alive have ever experienced Neptune and Aries. These energies we're about to go through for 2026 and the rest of 2025, it's unprecedented in our lifetime. It is going to be really a new version of yourself. Let the upgrades happen. Let it flow. A lot of people have been getting sick now. These are upgrades that are coming into our bodies. The Schumann resonance is so thin. The veil is so thin. All of it. Schumann resonance is off the chart. 2 things. Spend time grounding, earthing in nature, and spend time really manifesting in and with and through the water. Okay? We have an opportunity to quantum leap and quantum jump into the new version of ourselves now more than ever. And the Neptune conjunct North Node until the 29th, this is the time to do the manifesting in the bathtub, the water magic, all that stuff, right? And honestly, that was Goldie Girl drowning in the pool, 29 degrees Pisces, drowning, flooding. You're seeing extreme weather and flooding all over the globe. I think there was something, some African country, and then somewhere in Japan within the last 2 weeks, some bad cyclones, hurricanes, flooding. So just be mindful of that, especially until the 29th. Neptune goes in Aries. It's like a new beginning, and we're going to see how we've been deceived since 2011 with Neptune and Pisces. That's the Twitter era, right? We have been deceived so much, you guys, our whole lives, the subconscious programming, but the propaganda through the television and the media, right, has been insane since 2011. And when Neptune gets to Aries, you're going to have this like rude awakening where everything you think that you've learned or known since 2011, you're going to be like, oh, snap. But it's also going to reveal, right, all the confusion, illusion, deceptions. This is saying goodbye officially to the Piscean age and really consecrating the age of Aquarius. This new moon, this Aries solar eclipse and Neptune in Aries, it's going to really be cemented in 2026 when Uranus is in Gemini in April, when Saturn and Neptune are in Aries in February. But this is the sneak preview. You're in the movie theater, you're getting the popcorn. And sometimes when you're watching the previews, you can almost forget and feel like the movie started. That's what this is. And you're going to realize that all the other movies you've seen before, they weren't the real story. They weren't the truth. They were fugazi. This is the time. These are the movies. This is the new version, the new reality. And we have got to become the brave, courageous leaders and the president of our own lives. You can no longer rely on DC. You can no longer rely on CNN, Fox, CBS, NBC, ABC. You become your media. You become your president. And you become free and sovereign and vibrate authentically from your heart and soul. Last 2 comments or questions, and then we got to go. All right.
So let me see here. Jolly James said, spot on with your reading. Katie Fox Drums said that she hasn't watched you in a while, but it's good to see you. And it's good to see you too. Thank you for coming back. Thank you for being here.
Hey, listen.
Please make sure you follow.
I want you guys to all hit the like button, but please subscribe. But listen, don't ever leave me again. Where were you?
We missed you.
Who else were you with? They're not better than me. I never talk bad about any other astrologer, though, so I said nothing but love to everybody. But stay with me. I got you.
And Katie said, I left my big 3 under Dreamscape's big 3. Oh, okay. So, okay. Well, like us from both Bigscape and Katie Fox. Okay, so did we?
No. She left it under hers.
Under hers. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were saying you're the same person, but where is that? Where is Dreamscape? Did we already?
Back up. Yeah.
Oh, geez, no. Where the heck? There's Dreamscape. I don't know where. You know what? I can't find it. So do me a favor and
type it again real quick.
Type it again, and I will go and get it for you. And I will make sure that you're the next one that we read if it's there by the time I get through these things. Okay. Let's see. And then Emre says hello. Hi, Emre. I feel like Murray.
Yeah.
Oh, so good to see you, Murray. Let's see. Hope to get my big 3 since so nice of you to do these. Of course.
Who's asking that?
Left it twice. Why is she's losing it twice? Where the heck is it if I don't see it? That is so bizarre.
Come on, 2020.
Oh, wait. Is that it? Oh, wait. Libra Sun. Pisces Moon. Sorry. You know what? I'm sorry. So Libra Sun, Pisces Moon, and Scorpio Rising.
Okay, Scorpio Rising.
All right. Thank you, Katie.
Pisces Moon in the 5th house, the Libra Sun in the 12th. May have some issues with dad, right? It could dissolve the relationship. Um, you feel at home in isolation. You need your private time. You can kind of regain your inner peace and find that sanctuary in your bedroom. Try not to eat in the bedroom. The Pisces moon in the fifth house. Yeah, you and your daughter. Was that her? The peanut butter and jelly? You could be really close.
No, that was Jolly
Oh, that was
James.
Jolly Jane. Sorry. But with the Pisces moon in the fifth house, though, number one, you are super intuitive and psychic. When it comes to music, you probably love the esoteric occult knowledge. And you may have even had some past life energy as some sort of medicine woman or spiritual healer. But the Pisces moon music, right now at this time, I've just been sensing you need more instrumental music, classical, Beethoven 7, Second Symphony, classical, jazz, instrumental hip hop, folk music. Try to stay away from the lyrics, especially with the North Node and Neptune. When Neptune gets to Aries, you can get back to the lyrics on the 30th or April 1st or the 31st. But for right now, try to do more instrumental music. We don't need to be distracted by the lyrics right now. That goes into your subconscious mind and can affect your programming. We've got to transmute out the movies, the magazines, the media, the music, all these negative lyrics, right? We were joking before about Key Sweat. You may be young and you're ready. Yeah, no, you shouldn't be with somebody too young, underage. That's inappropriate. They're not ready. So these are the programs that we need to transmute out that we subconsciously have put in our bodies and brains. That's your rote memory. You only use your conscious mind at the most like 10% of the day, right? So we have to tap in and find out who are we really authentically, right? Authenticity is the number one vibration and frequency by far, then love, gratitude, and joy. Okay, so really, really Pisces moon in the fifth house. And there's that Libra Pisces. I wonder if the parents stayed together or you had very different relationships with each one of them, but you and dad may just not get each other. Um, you, I bet your dreams are pretty active though. Bet you have some pretty active dreams. And you're a Scorpio rising. So just so you know, the gift and the curse, your soul, you're here to break generational curses. And the ancestors are with you and guiding you. And no matter what, you will go through many transformations in your life every 7 to 10 years. You will never go broken homeless. Anytime you go through hard times, Sagittarius second house, the check, the bag, the money will always come through for you. Okay. But please reach out, book a chart reading. I love, I'm a Scorpio rising too. So, I really get you.
So Katie is a musician. I've got your page up here, Katie, and I'm looking at you. I haven't opened it. I haven't turned it on just because it'll
What type of music?
She's drums.
Okay.
She's over here. But I mean, the videos. You want me to turn it on?
Yeah, I want to hear Katie.
Let's hear Katie. All right. And Katie also does Reiki every month.
Oh, good. Well, Katie, reach out to me, Eric at BigEAstro.com. I will be recording.
Ooh, listen to this. Oh, she's good. All right, Katie. You got this.
I'll be working on my third album, and I like collaborating with different and new artists. And maybe you could even be a guest in the podcast. I also have had musicians on the show. Okay, so definitely reach out to me, Katie. I like that. That's cool.
Wow. Okay. All right. I'm gonna pause it.
My mom was the Pisces moon too, so I relate. And that makes sense with the Libra sun in the 12th house and Scorpio. Scorpio risings are very creative people. We are. I'm also not a musician, but I am an artist. I've recorded 2 albums, a bunch of mixtapes. And my third album is already titled God Told Me to Tell You. And we'll be hopefully starting to work on that sooner than later.
Okay.
All right.
Well,
any one last?
No,
That's
it? Okay.
That's
it.
All right, you guys. Jupiter and Saturn and Aries.
No, she told us not to do it. What? I'm sorry. It sounded good to me, but I don't know.
Oh, was she embarrassed? Or she just didn't want to.
Musicians are always the hardest on themselves. Don't be hard on
especially
yourself.
a Pisces moon.
But it was really good.
You're good.
I thought it was good.
Yeah, you're good. But you know what? Just reach out to me.
She said that was an audition for something.
Oh, okay.
It sounded good. I hope
Yeah.
you got it.
That's awesome, Katie. God bless you.
And
Congrats. And listen, stay doing it. You know, right now with the North Node and Neptune in your fifth house with your moon, this is the time to like quantum leap with your creativity and your music. Do something magical and new. Be more creative, more imaginative. Bring in the flute, the xylophone, you know, do something over, some hip hop beats, do things that you expand and do something different, right? Get the sound frequency, the megahertz of the planet Neptune and Venus. They're beautiful. Integrate different things. You know what I mean? I'm extremely creative because I have Neptune and Scorpio on the ascendant, along with Venus and Jupiter. So like my cup runneth over with creativity. You know what I mean? She'll tell you. I entertain her all the time.
Yeah.
So,
I'm very lucky.
all right,
I'm very
you guys.
blessed.
Thank you for putting up
Thank
with my
you.
voice. I appreciate you. Love you, Janine and Sia and all the chart readings. I'm gonna get to you guys. Thank you. I'll be seeing you guys over the weekend and Friday. And I may come back Sunday night, but I may not. I may need to just really rest.
Yeah, no, we'll see. We will see how he's doing. So I have to sometimes make him stop. Anyways, have a wonderful, wonderful, what is this, Thursday?
Yeah.
Have a wonderful Thursday.
And yo, Terps, watch the game tonight and all the good stuff. And Aries birth chart sale to April 19th. Aries Sun Moon Rising. Eric at BigEAstro.com, and you can start to sign up for Coffee Talk early. But go watch that podcast with your senior.
Yeah, you know what? I'm so excited. I have to go watch that podcast.
She's a
because
sweet,
it's practical stuff. That a lot of people have been hearing about this sovereign stuff, and you get these people that are telling you they can do all this stuff. Pay me $2,000, I'll give you the step by steps and blah blah blah.
She's not like that.
I mean, she's telling you what you can really do. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Bye.
Episode 321. Knowledge is love.